Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. This is Joe, the bearded historian. He'll tell you an interesting story. Be careful of his soldiers, they can be brats. This is Angel, she's an entity. She'll cause chaos and plant her hands at you. This is Sue, she likes spirits, not the alcohol. She's the reason this channel exists. This is David, he likes fire trucks. He's here occasionally. Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. We preserve his story.
All right. Welcome to 2024's Year in Review. So I started out by downloading every video we put up this year. It was almost 3 hours. So I cut it down. I first took out all the lives. Then I took out all the Wayback Wednesdays. And we've got it down to a manageable, although still extremely long, 2-hour video. I didn't want to cut any more because I didn't want you to miss anything that we did last year. I guess I could have made it less than a minute each, but that doesn't seem like it would give you a big enough glimpse of what we did last year. So enjoy. Oh wait, I almost forgot. There's a thing we have to do. Are you ready? It's the first one of 2025. No? It's at least the second. So we had one back Wednesday. Never mind, I don't know things. Here we go. Shout out time. Here's a shout out just for you. You support me, so I support you. This shout out is for our friend. Let's see who it is today. We got an emoji race. Hold on. Alright, this is We Go with Miss Christine. Enjoys walking adventures, exploring the sites. We go places that are interesting and fun and sharing adventures with you along the way. They are up near the Canada. You see a lot of the Niagara Falls. See, there's New Year's Eve. There's Christmas lights. There's a train. We got some shorts. Ooh, Pumpunko, or a dookie thingy, anyway. And then, of course, lives. There's a parade, Waterloo Falls, winter. So very beautiful, especially if you like the falls. Wonderful supporter. So check her out and like, share, comment. Have a good day.
It wasn't. So there was none of this artwork stuff. It was around 1988. And the victory of the Cold War was painted in anticipation of the fall of the Soviet Union. And 1990, Lieutenant Tony Gatman painted this artwork on the glass door called glass door art. It's morale art, kind of like your nose art on aircraft. Okay. The meaning here is pretty readily apparent, even though it is a knockoff on Donovan's speech. It's got worldwide delivery in 30 minutes or less, or in the next nuclear defense we could be over the North Pole and on most targets in the Soviet Union in 25 to 30 minutes. These top speed of the guidance and control warhead screaming over the North Pole in excess of 15,000 miles an hour. So very, very fast. The door itself was our major protection. And this is not to denigrate the guys and gals that were topside.
Want to call phone home? You have to get some coin. Oh no, actually, you have some coins.
I don't know who to call. Hello, is this the TVA? Yeah, hi, I need to switch universes. This one sucks ass. Yeah, go ahead, put me in Marvel or something. A Court of Thorns and Roses could be good. I could definitely do with punching Tamlin and Baron. Lucian might be fine to deal with. Definitely punching the shit out of Rhys-San. He can get his ass blasted. Feyre's traumatized. I'll help her out. Bye, bitch.
Angel's got a new assignment. She's leaving us now.
Pumpkin season anymore?
That's a cool looking building. Model house built by Hugh Groves. I like it.
Very cool. Chuck wagons.
Interesting. A newspaper. Faith Main Street.
And coffee was a nickel.
And printing. Very old phone.
Typewriters.
A little town was, oh, that's kind of cool. In that case, we've never been to a little town.
You run off Main Street by a combine?
Only place where on earth will people past middle age call by their first names when they saunter down the street, where you don't have to guess who your enemies are, where everybody knows everybody else's car by sight. You drive into a ditch 5 miles out of town in order to get back to town before you do. Our pickups on the main street outnumber the cars, where you get the wrong end and we're talking for 15 minutes. I'd never do that. Where it's hard to walk for exercise because it's too long to stop and explain to people who are in cars. Where city folks there say there's nothing to do, but those who live there don't have enough nights in the week to make all the meetings and social functions. I've yet to find that would be a case. Where everybody becomes a neighbor when there is a need. Businessmen struggle for survival against the city stores and shops, where some businessmen dig deep to many times to help with countless fundraisers. Teenagers say there's nothing to do. They're surprised to learn that their big city peers, well, that's probably definitely a case, where you miss Sunday church and get well card, or somebody asks how you feel and listen to what you say, knows the news before it gets published, when all is said and done, a great place to live. Interesting.
Hi.
Say hello, Carol.
Hello,
Where are
hello,
you at?
hello, hello.
Miss Carol is Joe's mama. She's going to show us where she used to live.
And we just had a Runza. Wow. A real Runza like mine.
She loves Runzas.
You've only been making them for 50 years.
Yeah, I've only been making them for 50 years.
And Angel's wearing a hat. Oh, she broke her hat. Just retie it.
Yeah.
You can tell it just came untied. Wearing.
Shattered the mustache.
We're taking a lift.
My brain went blank, and I almost said Casper.
You might want to turn the air up.
Turn it up. It's already up. Just give it a minute to circulate. Yeah, Joe's got it all the way up.
See, that way you go to the state park.
Yeah, and that's also the way to the
It's a
museum.
very
Yep.
nice place.
Yeah, it's also how you
Oh,
go
the
to the
museum
museum.
is that way?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this section here, though.
And
Like she
Joe's
said, I'm a
historical
history junkie.
books.
That's my problem. I go to our library and you're sweet, sir. Thank you. And you walk in, close the doors, and you start reading through things.
That's his old
I
Crawford school.
dog-eared their post office.
Hey, Angel, you want to go out of the school?
It's amazing what
In
places used to have
1930,
for
it was
post
turned
offices,
into
but
a
then again,
grade
back
school.
then, you could put a post office in somebody's living
Old
room.
school torn down and present
And
grade
so,
school
you'll
built.
see a town move their
1956.
post office 3
Wow.
times.
See, that would have been me.
And then the post office.
Yep.
I was
said,
6
well,
years old then.
1958, we're consolidating.
Can you take a picture of that?
Yeah, I can.
Location,
Get that information
or
in
we're going
there.
to shut it down.
Yep, I'm just trying to make sure I can get it clear so you can see.
Not yet, no.
We could buy you a picture.
You got a picture.
Yes,
That's
I
cool.
remember that now. Ardmore, that story right there is just crazy because they built the town, but they forgot to take care of the water supply, and so.
Look a little bit further.
I think it's down a little bit. Gee, you want a dumpster? You want a dumpster? I found where they store the dumpsters.
There's your red roof.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Me either.
This feels illegal to see.
Get a picture of the dumpsters that I missed.
That building right there, because that's got brick reinforcement.
Haha, you guys are gonna stay up there.
Oh, look, a loading door.
Yeah, I saw the loading door.
Why is that one so big?
This probably was where they used to load from the railroad. Maybe they brought wagons up and they load stuff right in. This is a loading dock.
Ooh, let's have Angel sneak in right there.
Yeah.
Angel, sneak in.
I could literally get in.
You certainly could.
And then it goes straight on through.
And sitting. Oh. All right, I am not getting any closer to the edge. I'm about 2-3 inches from the edge. I tried to get Joe to do this, but he's mean. Yeah, you didn't take the camera, did you?
No.
All right then. That makes you mean. I'm walking around the... Spongy?
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
That's why I'm walking where the screws are.
You...
See where the screws are, you see.
We're going around the edge here. Show you the lookout.
See over there where our lead is?
There's lead.
Arrows.
Ooh, arrows. Somebody's bag.
Security's up. Oh, it must be for the,
Now that I can almost breathe again. As we say, everything is optional. Like we're intruding somehow. God, is it just me, or do these lockers look smaller?
They do look smaller.
That's cool.
Okay, well, here we are in the Kanata Basin, and this all at one time was part of a township that was set up along the rail lines for the Milwaukee line going from Mitchell. After X number of years, and the town of Kanata basically just, it ran out of people, ran out of people that wanted to live here. And a group called Nature Conservatory made a deal. They were able to swap land here for land over by Imlay. Now, what they did was they were hoping to reintroduce the black-footed ferret. And if you can tell from the first map picture up there, black-footed ferret went all the way from Canada just inside Mexico. So they were all over the place. Kind of, a bandit life for them. They like to, hunt and stuff like that.
Oh, map noises. Oh, wow. Oh, map noises.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Blueprints too, it looks like.
See, this is the type of stuff that they're starting to find new use for in that other company up in Lead.
Right.
Because they're using the research that these guys did to try to continue to follow the gold lines up by Maitland, where we've been, up by the Richmond Hill, where we've been, or planning on going next.
Right.
And when I was looking at it last night, Richmond Hill area is huge.
Cool.
So it'll depend on on how deep they can go and how much they're exploring. But it'll definitely be something fun to.
Wow, World War I demolition.
Oh, Hi, John. Hi, Richard. It's almost dark enough. I'm wondering if we could do a K2. I don't think it's quite dark enough yet, though. Yes. He says yes. Hi. Hi, little one.
World War I, Field Artillery.
Hi, Vernon. We're not leaving. Don't leave. Hi, little one. Yes, I hear the kid. There's the flies you were talking about.
Yep, they're hibernating. I was in here like 2 weeks ago.
Very cool. I'll let you see around and then I'll get in. A small place. But it's also very big for chickens. I can't imagine. You know, it's like, what, 200 chickens in that thing? I don't know how much space chickens need. I'm not an expert.
It depends on how spoiled your chickens are.
Good point.
The thing I love about this is you get an idea. This basically would solve all needs. You've got your stove here, you got the bed there, you got the kitchen table there, and you got a desk for work. And, you know, now if you wanted to put in 12 kids, then you got a problem, because then there's
They slept upstairs.
They slept upstairs? Okay.
There's an upstairs?
There's an upstairs.
Oh, wow.
I was going to say, reminds me of that one that we saw at Dowing. No, not Dowing.
Down at Shattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, she told us that they had like 12 kids. Like, you have no privacy. How do you create more than 2?
No kidding. Kids, go play outside a minute.
Okay, if you only need this thing.
There was this one, and then there was one in the Lyman.
Sir.
Oh, hi, guys.
There's a map here. I wonder if it's their veterans
That's what I'm thinking.
memorials and cemeteries.
Nuremberg, Germany.
Oh, that's a fun heater. And hats. A
I
jacket.
remember seeing that on Facebook.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Oh, man.
I like this. This is cool.
Yeah. Philippine American War, Civil War. Capitol Rock. Capitol Rock is a lively spire in the eastern part of Carter County within Custer Gallatin National Forest. The uplift gains its name from the resemblance to
Well, especially since, you know, they were.
Oh, those are cool.
So, you know, they don't get to do a lot of that kind of stuff.
Oh, those are fun.
A big deal made it even more exciting when it's not running. So I kind of wonder if maybe had to not that way, but like kind of. Smaller ones are 10 and big ones are 10. And she had to go into the It'll fit, we'll burn, and then get back onto the rest. Yeah. Not a lot. This is for mom finally. Yeah. Okay, that's a 920 inch. And this is actually, it's 75 each. I kind of think it's like, she never used it.
Okay, well, here we are in the Kanata Basin, and this all at one time was part of a township that was set up along the rail lines for the Milwaukee line going from Mitchell. After X number of years, and the town of Kanata basically just, it ran out of people, ran out of people that wanted to live here, and a group called the Nature Conservatory made a deal. They were able to swap land here for land over by Imlay. Now, what they did was they were hoping to reintroduce the black-footed ferret, and if you can tell from the first map picture up there, black-footed ferret went all the way from Canada just inside Mexico. So they were all over the place. Kind of, you know, a bandit life for them. They like to, you know, hunt and stuff like that.
Not much left at all. As usual, I apologize for my breathing. It's cold and that always takes the breath out of me. Wow. Whew. Wow. I see you. Yep. Can't hear you though. Ever seen?
Silver Rapids Spurs. Here's by George Keyline. I've heard of Keyline. He's there's a town down in down by Cheyenne with that name. It's not a very big town anymore, but
What the heck is a hobble for? Oh, keep your horses from wandering?
that's what I'm thinking.
That's what it says.
Gotcha. Well, I got one heck of a collection.
Yeah. Very westerny.
Mexican ring bit,
Oxen shoes.
1917.
Oh, that looks.
Go right ahead. Enjoy the. Go ahead. Say on the camera what you're thinking. Go right ahead.
I was gonna say that looks painful, but that
Folks,
was before.
look at the shade of red on her face. Oh, dude.
Oh, that's. Okay, somebody did a really good job with the Flintstone mobile here.
Yeah, I like that. That's cute. That happened.
Oil anybody? That's a nice car.
The Packard. Fan belt choices.
Anybody want a fan belt?
Gaskets.
Baskets.
Needle and weight for one. Oh, it's a rock hard.
The children are definitely not fitting back there. Look at that. There's no leg room.
No.
There's no leg room.
Oh wow, the old gravity pumps.
I don't want to do it right now.
See, there's the field where they would launch the balloon from. Now imagine just, 20 to 30 trucks. That's private property now, but back in the day, imagine a balloon going straight up, and then they would, fill it with, at the first attempt, if I remember right, was hydrogen, and then they decided, well, let's use helium, which made more sense.
I think we have to turn around.
Road, yep. This is where it's all the cool looking houses, though.
Yeah.
I like this big one here.
It's interesting that they're apparently rental homes.
Yeah, all private property. Somebody must have said, well, I'll buy the base here and put up a bunch of houses. Private drive.
And obviously somebody must.
It's got a book with a slash, but there's a C right there. I'm not sure. I'll have to put that up on the internet and see if somebody can decipher it. I did see a book somebody had posted about the different logos and symbols.
Uh-huh.
No one mind seeing, or I can find that sometime. Ask your library, hey, can you bring in this book?
If you can give them a title, they probably could.
Probably, Oh, that person. Oh,
Hi,
look at the
baby.
rocks.
Oliver.
Hello, Oliver and Company. What should I wear? Mama.
I'm going to say death.
Oliver, again, our beloved son. see. 19, 24. Youngster.
Here's a baby Mark.
Everybody under 30.
Way. I wonder how busy it gets here.
I have no idea.
I know, that's why I said I wonder.
Yeah. No ashes.
Again?
Again. There's another little sign marker there.
Yep, I see that. I think for that building there, I think. I thought when we went that way. I see the building way out there. I kind of want to put one of the geocaches here somewhere.
Would be fun too, yeah.
Because we've got those military ones built.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where though.
Hookers? Yes, ma'am. I love how it's wholesome.
That's awesome.
That's cute.
I like how this is a bee plant.
Because bees love it. Bees? Those aren't bees. What are those? Oh, it's a leaf.
Because I haven't seen even anything on it.
Bees do not like them.
Apparently. Skunk bush. I guess it's smelly. Textile onion.
Onion.
Onion. I ain't doing good.
Fucking onion.
Ooh, licorice.
Tasty.
Fried. Almost hiding in the bush here.
There's Peter Hunter. He died at 60. Can't really read this one.
I see a J.
And a spiky bush there. 1896.
H-U...
Maybe another pointer.
Yeah, it's definitely a Hoyner. No first name, though. That I can see, anyway. Somebody escaped or they haven't laid him down yet?
Yeah, I saw that.
I should have noticed it, but I didn't.
This Armored and 10th Tank Battalion.
Woo, exciting. I think I like Cool Man better than I do Cookie Man or Cool. We left David at home because, well, yeah, he'd have no interest in any of this. All right, we'll see you in a few. Bye-bye. I don't really see how that number. Interesting. Yep. Or she might have just... Oh, it's not recording. I don't even know when it started recording because I answered it on the phone to make sure I wasn't interrupting the recording. But that's okay, I guess. Wombly Hall.
The doors are open. Last time it was just that one.
Oh. Sorry, all of a sudden my head started hurting. I don't know if there's a chemical. Yeah, maybe it's the lights. I was fine, but all of a sudden on my head, it's just like, bang.
Oh, it's the back room's light.
That's kind of cool. Aww. Hello, baby, literally. I like their little Christmas tree there, James and Martha.
Lord, take my hand today and lead me through your open doors. That's cool.
There's another thingy over here. Goodbye are not forever. Goodbyes are not the end. They simply mean I'll miss you until we meet. Brooke Catherine. I'm not even going to try that last name. I can't even tell what some of those letters are. Is that...
Go Zinger.
I got Zinger. I wasn't sure about the first word. Dead. Yes, we know.
Another Poirier family.
A little angel. Curtis.
TD band.
I have many questions. Sections.
There's a test right there. Yeah, look at all the bones though. They had a walkway right there.
Yeah, I saw the walkway.
There's bones. Shoulder. There's another leg. Yeah, look at that one. There's two. The markers, the blue ones, must be for the either sites or.
I would imagine that those are for sites. It's hard to say.
Sediment layers. This is a big thing for South Dakota because we get a lot of sediment out here.
I was not expecting to have to face anxiety in this thing. Oh, steps. So this one right here is a door. Very cool. Oh, these are so cute.
Oh, those are cute. Little bun buns.
Let me take a picture for Angel. Look at the little cats. Usually I find these creepy, but I love them.
For Native Americans, until the 1960s, most African Americans worked the railroad serving as sleeping car porters. Long hours, tirelessly tending to needs. The Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters, a union established in 1925, became the first African American-led labor organization to receive a charter in the American Federation of Labor.
That's kind of cool.
AFL. Ooh.
Look, Puddles. Michael Jones.
Oh, wow.
That's a cool little mappy thing.
1965. Wow, look at all the railroads.
How dare you?
Oh, trailer.
Okay,
Refrigerators. Look at all these hot water heaters, though.
Want a hot water heater, anybody?
Look at them all. Stoves.
Refrigerator, stoves,
Lots of
washing
stoves,
machine.
washing machines, dishwashers. And so they took all these items of equipment out, and now they're sitting around rusting. I've heard some people, what they'll do is, if a person's looking for
There's
something,
air conditioners.
there's a coolant
I like
ice station.
I like the station there.
Yeah. But what they would do is, if say somebody needs a bumper off a 63, these guys will go out and see if they've got something like that, and then they can turn around and ship it out.
A pile of bikes.
Yeah, lots of bikes, lots of walkers. But I mean, it's amazing just to look at all the different.
Now, generally, I like a deeper pan, but we're going to try it with this one because, well, we've got this one. And it's deeper than most of our pans, so cross your fingers and hope we don't make a mess. All right, another item we need is hash browns, which are going to start to cook. I filled it about half full because I need to have room to stir it. And I have the oven on half because Miss Carol, Joe's mom, said low temperatures are best. I pushed the wrong button. Explain. I think all the chefs on all the cooking shows that we've watched would laugh hilariously at us because this is not diced in any way, shape, or form. But at least they're in small pieces.
Yeah.
Speaking of runaway ham or spam. All right, once your hash browns are about half baked, you have to add the spam. So I'm going to add about half the spam that Joe diced up. Hey, church in South Dakota. Boots. Now, I'm a genius some days. Wow.
Are you ready for informational about this?
Sure. Ooh. You could avoid, like, what, 4 people?
Maybe.
You might get 6 if they're small.
Yeah.
No, you might get 8 if they're small.
Put a couple in the corners, maybe.
Standing room only.
Yeah. Despite the challenges of
I don't remember seeing it on the map.
I like the kids' Bibles that they have.
Yeah, they got kids' Bibles and a couple of random Bibles.
Oh, they're cool.
Right? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, this is so triggering. You guys have no idea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can see way down.
The missile's sitting right there. Probably a dummy, but
Probably a dummy.
it gives you an idea exactly what was protecting us for probably 3 decades. And they replaced this with the Minuteman IIIs. But like I was saying earlier, is that imagine you're out here, just a rancher, minding your own business, taking care of your cattle. A siren would probably go off first.
Right.
Then this hatch right here, which if I remember it was 20 to 25 tons, would get ejected that way. It would slam into the markers, stop, and then this thing would get the...
Okay, we found what is probably our very first civic center in the middle of nowhere, South Dakota. I'm going to try the door. It's always weird coming up to these buildings. Maybe it's just me. I'm also excited at the idea that I can get up to it. And see the old building. Okay. Looks like somebody tied it shut. Interesting. I'm going to ask Joe and see what he wants to do. It's ironic because we are walking down here.
On March 10th.
On March 10th.
Yeah,
That's eerie and weird, and I kind of like it.
all at the same time. Yeah, I can just imagine they had one heck of a time carving this thing.
I wasn't expecting that. What the hell?
Interesting.
What on earth? Maybe, but for what? Oh, that's a pretty good one. I saw the kitty. There's a doggo over here. A human who kind of looks like Velma. Velma, did you get lost?
Sorry, my sweet boy. Dino. Or Forest Bunny.
95.
Ghost.
That's impressive. Ooh, money.
$1 there. Well, we won $1 on the first one.
Woo!
Now, for the second one.
Nope.
Right away, quarter.
Quarter said no.
Quarter said yeet. Nothing there.
Aw, man.
$1.
$1.
Made $1 out of $2. So, 50% odds. Not bad.
Okay, it says the greatest ride in history. John Pergo Phillips from Fort Phillip, Laramie, Wyoming to Fort Laramie, Wyoming, December 24th and 25th of 1866, when he sought aid for the garrison at Fort Phillip, Kearney, which was surrounded by Indians after the battle with Lieutenant Colonel William Fetner, resulting in the death of the Lieutenant Colonel Fetner,
Fitman, and 80 men. The horse died from exhaustion soon after arriving at Fort Laramie, having gone 236 miles in 2 days through a blizzard and a temperature below zero. All right, Mr. Bud, what does it say? Anything interesting? Maybe start in the corner and work your way up.
Up here?
Well, one of the corners.
Well, it says Ranch A property is 593 acres in size, owned by the state of Wyoming, managed by the Restoration Foundation as an education center. The lodge and caretaker's residence, the Pete Smith Cabin, were placed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1997. Terrain is varied with steep canyon walls, gentler slopes, and semi-level canyon bottom. Elevations range from 3,780 feet up to 4,475 feet.
Wow.
The Sand Creek Road runs through the property. The stream, Sand Creek.
Oh, gosh.
Big fly.
Yes.
You may encounter cows when you are enjoying the facilities. They are a part of the hazard reduction fire suppression plan. The cattle eat and the grounds get groomed, reducing the potential for fuel for fires. You may also run into birds, turkeys, deer, elk, antelope, mountain lions, and other wild critters. They may be watched on the grounds. There's no hunting or camping allowed. Fishing is allowed with a valid Wyoming license. Sand Creek is considered a world-class fly fishing stream. And they have Restoration Foundation levels annually. Jusco Brothers, interesting, is construction of the most... Roll out the window, quick.
God, that screen's so crafty. Okay, go ahead.
Well, we're a couple miles up 385, up a little further south in Nebraska. It says Shattern Creek Trading Post. Now, employees of Lancaster's P. Lupton built a trading post on the creek near here in 1841 to trade with the Sioux Indians. From 1842 until at least 1845, this post was managed by Louis B. Chartrand, first for Seville and Adams, and later for the Pratt and Carabine. The companies were successfully headquartered at Fort Platte, about 85 miles southwest of here, and competed aggressively with Pierre Chateau Jr. and Company, which owned Fort Laramie. As a result of this competition, fur traders were very active in this region during the 1840s, bringing liquor, blankets, guns, ammunition, and other trade goods in for exchange for fine Indian tanned buffalo robes. The creek is shown on the earliest maps of the area as Chartrand's Creek in tribute to the trader Louis Chartrand. The French settlers of the Missouri pronounced it Chatron, which from this is the modern name of Chadron evolved. Today the creek is Chadron Creek, and from the creek is the city of Chadron received its name. So there's a little more history to play with.
Interesting.
Yeah, I did not know.
Thank you. Alright, let's see. Oh, I am recording. Go ahead.
Well, this year's the sign for, we're right outside of Shatter, Nebraska. It's for the Fort Laramie Trail from 1837 to 1850. More than 250,000 buffalo robes bought from Indians and 275 tons of fur company trade goods were hauled over the 300-mile-long Fort Laramie Trail that followed the White River through the area. First used by the American Fur Company, this trail had its origins as part of the earlier Spanish trade route from Santa Fe to the Missouri River in present-day South Dakota. During the 1840s, the Fort Laramie Trail was the shortest overland connection between the trading posts on the Platte and steamboats plying the Missouri. Now, after the government made its purchase of the Fort Laramie in 1849, Colonel Aeneas Mackay and Captain Stuart Van Leeuwen, with 10 mounted riflemen, traveled the trail to Fort Pierre. General William S. Harney troops marched over the route in 1855. Lieutenant G.K. Warren and his staff mapped the trail. Some traders and government freighters continued to use portions of the trail until 1880s. ruts from the passage of several thousands of carts and wagons can still be seen in several places between Fort Laramie and Fort Robinson. We've been to both of those locations, so if we see them, we'll have to do a short video as well. But this is part of the Dallas County Travel Board information.
And you know what? All right, Mr. Bud. What are we doing out in this rainy, very beautiful, but slightly rainy terrain?
Well, we're going to have both a trip into the past and a more current event due to our motion picture industry.
Ooh.
Those of us who know who Leonardo DiCaprio is shot a film called The Revenant, and it starred a history person named Hugh Glass, and he was actually a real-life human being.
Uh-oh.
Here in South Dakota, this is the memorial marker that they have for him. Quick read through. Hugh Glass, a member of the Ashley Fur Party under Major Henry, was going up the Grand River in August of 1823.
Woo!
Long before statehood, long before territorial. Habitual loner, while hunting, was attacked by a grizzly bear near the forks of the Grand River. Now, horribly mauled, he could not be moved. A purse was made up. 2 men, probably fixed. Yes. Now, these are the Buffalo Soldiers of Fort Robinson. They were the 9th and 10th Cavalry Regiments, called Buffalo Soldiers by the Plains Indians. They were garrisoned here for 18 years and played an important role in northwestern Nebraska history. Organized in 1866, the regiments first served in the Southwest. In 1885, the 9th Cavalry arrived at Fort Robinson, which was regimental headquarters from 1887 to 1898. The Black Troopers helped build a new post with the fort's 1887 expansion and were the first cavalrymen sent to the Pine Ridge Reservation during the Ghost Dance troubles in 1890. Lieutenant John Alexander, the second African-American graduate of West Point, and Henry Plummer, the first black chaplain in the regular army, served here. So did the Buffalo Soldier Medal of Honor men.
Nice.
In 1902, the men of the Fighting 10th Cavalry, veterans of the Battle of San Juan Hill, made their headquarters here. 4 years later, the 10th helped capture Ute Indians who had fled the Utah Reservation, the last military action against natives on the northern plains. In 1897, the regiment left for duty in the Philippines.
Nice.
Interesting.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Post headquarters, 1905. This headquarters was constructed in 1905. The post commander's office was located here, along with other administration offices, a post office, and the Ford's telephone exchange. An ornate auditorium on the second floor was often used for parties such as a masquerade ball held on January 2nd, 1906. During World War II, the room was partitioned into additional administrative offices. The Nebraska State Historical Society opened the Fort Robinson Museum on June 1956 as part of an effort to preserve Fort Robinson's heritage. Now, the other fun thing, this Great Western Trail sign, this is familiar because we've seen it in Belfouche, we've seen it in Buffalo, and I think there's even one in Deadwood, if I remember right.
I think so.
I think there's even one in Hot Springs, but I'd have to double check. But yeah, very familiar. And so this one actually says open, so we're going to go check it out. Okay, folks, this here is a plaque that says designed to be air transportable. The PM-1 was the first United States Air Force nuclear power plant. It furnished electricity and heat to the 731st Radar Squadron Operations Area. Operated by an Air Force crew supplemented with Army and Navy personnel, the PM-1 established a new U.S. continuous power production record of 4,101 hours for land-based military and civilian nuclear power plants. This record was unsurpassed at the time the PM-1 was dismantled by the last operational crew, 1962 to 1968. You'll notice this being mentioned in the one of the tours in Gillette. And presently, they're still doing remediation and cleanup via the Ellsworth Air Force Base Environmental Restoration Program. As you can see, it is all chained and blocked off way up here in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming. Check out that view.
Try it again.
1970 National Christmas Tree. This is the site of the 1970 White House Pageant of Peace Christmas tree. This tree was given by the people of America and the world by Keep South Dakota Green Association in cooperation with the Black Hills National Forest. The tree was a mature Black Hills spruce. 78 feet high,
Holy cow!
20 and a half inches in diameter, 73 years old. A new tree was planted in its place, a symbol for renewed hope for peace worldwide. 78 feet
Holy
high.
cow. I can't even picture that.
No,
That's like what? 5 stories? 6 stories? I don't even know how high that is.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
Wow.
And 20 and a half inches in diameter. So
That's like,
yeah,
wow.
that's one heck of a tree. I remember seeing a picture of it on a train car
huh.
when they sent it back east to DC for Christmas. But yeah, so that's where the tree came from. Interesting. There's a little pathway right there that must go back to it.
Interesting.
Huh.
Great place to park.
Exactly. I think that must be what that area back there is for.
Oh, probably. I didn't see that.
I saw a little parking area. Cool. Well, this little placard here talks about the fire tower, which sits above us. And it says, watching the heavens and earth, the fire lookout's job. Also, when lightning is popping, look out.
What? They will put joke there in a lightning storm. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, you'd definitely be testing its lightning ability there. Women who work in fire towers locate nearly 80% of wildfires in their area. The job of the Forest Service lookout involves observing the heavens and earth for the telltale signs of forest fire. Smoke.
What?
The lookout also watches clouds closely because the majority of fires is caused by lightning. Often the morning brings a non-threatening scattered cumulus clouds. By mid-afternoon, during the heat of the day, the clouds build into massive thunderheads. As storms sweep across the hills, lightning may strike a tree and wind could fan the flames into a forest fire. It says, all rest easier knowing you are up there, stated a local rancher to a Forest Service lookout. Wildland forest fires on both private property and public lands are reported by lookouts. It says, Hinkle Fire burned 1,862 acres in 2000. Turn to the west to see this view.
Which way's which?
That one.
Okay. Over that way, okay. Few vehicles, but I don't see any people, which is like, where did they go? Every nation knows whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, to support any friend, oppose any foe, to assure the survival and the success of liberty. Cool beans. Think I can make a wish?
Go for it.
I like these down here. These are cool. Just don't eat them. Apparently they're made out of lead. The patch quilt. Delta dagger. Compass. What do you see? Western Union telegram.
The Secretary of War desires
That house. Every time we drive by there, just like I'm in that house. And don't watch your first step coming out of the upstairs, please.
Hey, sweetie.
What? Oh, there's a placard.
There's one of our signs.
There's a placard. I can't zoom in on it. It doesn't like to zoom in. This phone is silly. That's as best as I can do. Maybe Joe can do better.
Fruitdale, South Dakota, 1910 to 1976.
It makes it sound like it's no longer there.
Well,
Silly
the
people.
post office and store apparently aren't. That must be what.
This thing isn't complete
No
yet.
chickens.
Chickens.
What? They're black. Oh God. They have a picture of a kid screaming at their window.
Nothing.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Big old barn.
We could peek into.
Billy.
should have used the other phone, but I don't think about it.
Cut a crossroads either.
Yeah, I don't either. Which is kind of interesting considering that they have blocks. You'd think that they would. Maybe up here a little further, but I don't. I'm with you. I don't see anything.
Here's a big rectangular area for one family. The ball.
Hey, there's a sign, I think.
I see that, yeah. And that bug.
Hi, Bug Bug.
Two bug bugs. One after another went running by the truck there. I see that. Hi, guys.
Oh, wow. Look at him up there.
Yeah. Just for the coast.
I'm going to take a picture here.
Yep.
Really zoomed in. Should we just loop around that side, or how you want to do this?
We'll
Loop around the middle?
Outside, then go through the middle.
Okay.
Pinocchio!
Well, see, even this is kind of chipping.
Yeah.
They're going to have to repaint them.
Like the one coming out of the ground. They do a good job of anchoring them, though.
Yeah. I have to wonder how long it took them to dig. Like a safe thing to do.
Exactly. You know, it's not like we're going to take it and entice you on how to vote. You know. Yeah. Looks like that might have been the old firehouse at one time.
Maybe.
Three
we know where the
bays.
big one, the new one is.
Yeah.
We went
Across
and
the
bothered
road.
them a couple of times.
Yeah. It's kind of funny also is because the Hermosa Fire Department, the Keystone Fire Department, and one other all merged to become Battle Creek Fire Department. And they just have the individual companies now. But, you know, for the sake of taxes and stuff like that, oh, look at all the old farm equipment.
Yes, very cool.
Wagons.
You see that a lot.
Hay balers and stuff. And this railroad here, again, this was the first one to actually reach Rapid City. This one goes all the way down to Chadron.
Look
And
at
it
this,
circles-
the metal work over here. It's a cowboy
You got an eagle.
and a moosey. Oh, two moosies.
Two moosies.
Oh, look how pretty that is. We have got to come back.
Oh, yes.
There goes a car.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. It's so cool.
Oh. Now, at one time, can you imagine, you know, the 1920s, the fields are just turning ripe. You get that lovely golden tan color. This house, you know, painted, a couple kids running through the yard. Mom sitting in the bay window watching, you know, wagons going up and down the road. You know, Dad out with the horses, taking care of cattle.
Oh, there those trees are. Right there.
And up on top of the hill. Lots of little kids playing in the trees. Hi, guys.
We've been there twice. We did Easter there one year, and it was very, very windy.
Yes. Very gusty.
Very, very windy.
As you can see, because it is fall, the grass has already turned to this golden shade instead of the lush green it was earlier. So it's just kind of, you know, slowly going through the phases as fall and eventually when winter comes.
So one thing about the canyons is your ear will pop at least once. Mine likes to do it like a dozen times because it can.
Right on Dale Falls. There's people up there.